Good morning, carnivores. So this was my takeoff to go to a town called, I've forgotten the town's name, Lambert's Bay. This was to go to a town called Lambert's Bay, to visit my niece and see some horses down here. See her horses, go for a beach ride. So that was awesome. Did that yesterday. My first one ever. And the flights are very interesting in the sense that it was a smaller plane and quite noisy. You can hear it in the background. I'm sitting on the deck now overlooking the ocean, and I'm not sure if the waves will record on the voice note on the audio. Okay, so talk about Carnivore. So what happened, it really worried me about doing the traveling and visiting on the carnivore diet, because a lot of people speak how difficult it is and so on, which it is, because the supper is made in, I would call it the old Boer style, without, they're not eating starches in this household. So they did contemplate carnivore, but decided to rather do ketovore. But there's still sugar and what else? It was there still here that. So the gems came out. Oh, so the smell and the memory of the smell, and butter in the gems, and a bit of sugar as well. So I smelt all of that, and I was and then there was salads, and I was like, wow, this is something. But they are because they eat meat heavy anyway. It wasn't that difficult to just have meat. So last night was lamb chops, and there was sufficient quantity, so it wasn't one little lamb chop, it was 3 big. I only ate 2, only managed 2. So as far as carnivore support goes, it's very strong. Because of my lifestyle being on my own, and I just I cook 700 grams of speckworst, for example, and then I eat speckworst for breakfast, lunch and supper, and the next day I might have cooked, it'll be speckworst again the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and maybe once every 10 days I will do mince, and then I might add chicken breasts in at some point, but basically it's just the speckworst at the moment. I'm quite happy to just do that continuously, and then my treats that I do is generally butter and biltong powder, and treats, dessert, and it's interesting, I don't need it yet. It must be because of the company and the activity. I don't know, I don't need the biltong powder and butter, I needed it. It was like a ritual. But what I am still eating for snack before I go to sleep, and I don't know why, but I do need something quickly, small, like 3 pieces of biltong. That's about it. On the plane they offered cheese, hot cross buns, something like that, or cinnamon something, and cool drinks and coffee. The coffee was delicious. I just had the black coffee I carried salt with me. I carried my salt with me, and I also put bicarbonate of soda or baking soda, as it's also known, in my coffee. Carried that with me, my carry-on. Did explain they wanted to take me out to restaurants. I said, please, let's not do a restaurant, because whatever they cook, the restaurant meat, even if you just order steak, I end up with such an upset stomach very quickly, within a half an hour. Last night, because it was Mother's Day yesterday. Is it yesterday, Mother's Day? Yes, it was Mother's Day yesterday. There was going to be dessert. So dessert for them was ice cream, biscuit wafers, and Astro chocolates. I didn't get to full fat unsweetened yogurt. I got full fat fruited yogurt, which we know is actually sweetened and got false fruit in it. What may be real fruit, I don't know. I'm skeptical. But I got that for myself because I buy the lactose one, the lactose-free one, where they add the lactose enzyme, so I don't have to digest the lactose. It does definitely make a difference to my body's reaction to the... Anyway, I had that, plus I got full cream, cow's cream, and then you put, and it's too sweet in the sweetened yogurt, but it's in the full cream unsweetened yogurt. It's delicious to put the cream on because the cream sweetens it, gives you an overall different texture. I like the cream to be whipped, but we didn't whip last night because it was just easier not to. I'm a very simplistic carnivore. I really am. I was doing coffee. I put cream into my coffee by accident this morning, which I don't like. And having my morning cup of coffee, and then I'm going to have maybe a quarter cup or half a cup of biltong for breakfast, and then my niece cooked extra balls that I can have for lunch or breakfast, but because she doesn't eat breakfast, I'll just do the biltong for breakfast. But yeah, so my weight gain, I had weight gain. I'm hoping it will fall away now because I had weight gain because I was eating chocolate during my dreadful month of having to give up, not give up my job, but the job, my stable yard manager stable was closed down, and I now am officially a freelancer, back into the bodywork, the equine bodywork again. I have to re-establish my client base. I kept some clients for morning work during the time I was 5 years that I was stable yard manager. Now I have to re-establish. Well, I just have to get new clients, and I've changed the method that I work now. I work with a totally different method now. I work with a method where you pendulate and pendiculate, and you fascia releasing, and you sensor activating, and you muscle activating, and I work with the trauma release, tremoring, and in the interim I've become a floater of feet. If I see that the foot needs a bit of help, if the horse's hoof needs a bit of help, to activating those ligaments and tendons to be healthier. Every action that you do on the horse's skin and on their skin and on their fascia, you can activate them to produce the skins and the cells to produce HA, hyaluronic acid, which builds skin tone and also helps with joints and joint capsules and ligaments, and helps with the whole body. So that's why massage works so well. And if one could honestly possibly do it, have a monthly massage yourself, a full body, or weekly would even be better. But with the horses, that's why they do so well with the weekly work that I do, because stimulating the relaxation, if we can just call it that basic term, and then also activating, because the stimulating is activating the HA production, and it's also activating a more posture, because my work is postural correction, so I don't force them into it. I help them release what's holding their posture in a different position, and then they offer the new posture. Horses especially are not like humans. They won't automatically go back to the old posture. They will more than likely maintain the new posture or the correct posture if you've taken the holding or the tension away, because they naturally designed to be flight animals, so they must be at optimum. Their posture must be optimum, their mind must be clear. Yes, so they will maintain the posture correction. Not that I correct their postures, I just release their tensions and remind them and put them into that. Just show them where their posture should be, and then they Inhale, exhale. Oh, I'm speaking here, am I? On the aeroplane video. Okay, so that interrupted me. I saw my finger come up into the way. Yeah, so we just reminding them their bodies will maintain. We are carnivores. We are hunters. We are the aggressors, and we don't have the same innate ability to be ready to run. We are ready to fight, which is you don't need to have a perfect posture to be ready to fight. Although carnivore, you'll see the carnivore ladies and the carnivore guys all look like they could hold a spear, and they strong upper bodies and planted on the ground, feet wide apart.
Feels like Wesley.
Just have a look in natural moving people. If you go to town, just have a look at the insulin resistant ones. They are soft, feet close together, and like that from that movie Wall-E. They are soft and round, and their feet are close together, and there's no ready for action in their body to hunt or defend. Yeah, so this carnivore's on a short holiday. Thankful to Kathleen and Mornay for having me. Double thankful to Kathleen for taking me on this ride. So yes, wish me well that I come back with that little bit of pudgy weight. I put on a kilogram with the chocolate eating. Only a kilogram. I was quite astounded. Okay, so I think I'm going to speed up the aeroplane video, so I would like to show you the landing, and I'll finish talking now.